Good evening and welcome to Carnage in D minor, a Vampire the Masquerade chronicle set in late 1980s Oxfordshire. Awakening for the night ahead is Day Breakathon as the kindred known as the Piper. Please spend 1 blood point to awaken. Muscavian is the kindred Richard. Please spend 1 blood point to awaken. Gothic Ferret is the Tremere Ambrosia. Please spend 1 blood point to awaken. I'm just going to say, everyone spend a fucking blood point to awaken. Let's just get that done. Fenice Starlight is the daughter of Cacophony Octavia. Alright, let's get the fuck on with it so she can get something in her mouth. Her words, not mine. Octavia, you are standing on a grand stage. The Royal Alfred Hall. Flowers are being thrown at your feet. The crowd showing their vast appreciation for your talent. The stage lights are so bright you can't see into the vast crowd. It is now that you realize, though, that there isn't a crowd of applause. Just a single person frantically clapping. The stage lights dim, revealing the single audience member. The Ravnos from the previous night. Dressed in a black suit and white bow tie, giving you a passionate standing ovation. As you stare him down, his claps slow, and he approaches the stage. Is this what all the daughters dream of?
Why do you ask?
Curiosity. As for I'm not really here, but then neither are you. What is real? If it is something you perceive, feel, and sense, then this could be as real as anything else. But that isn't why I'm here.
Why is it you're here?
You were not as affected as the others. I want to know what you saw, what you experienced, and what made you realize it wasn't entirely correct.
I don't think I saw anything, really.
You did see the fake Ravnos and
Oh, right.
Loki. That was something I should have told you before game. I'm sorry. That's my fault.
I mean, I saw a fake version of you in another. I suppose my mind is already flooded by something else, and perhaps what you were trying to flood my mind with didn't really take.
I have travelled ahead of the incoming blackness for countless years, and now it comes here. I find it exhilarating being in a domain before the wave envelops it. It is your clan, and some of the Malkavians that can hear its coming. You
Did he stop for everybody? Because I'm
Yeah.
Is it me? Is the problem me? Is it me?
No, the problem is
Am I
apparently
the problem? Oh, there you go. Ooh.
Oh.
Hello, is this the internet?
Hi.
Yes.
I do my bit well, and the internet fucking kicks me in the balls.
The moment when the silence
internet
fell and
said
I glanced up
no.
to see everybody frozen except for Fenice's eyes going back and forth.
Yeah, that's why I was like, is it me? Is that like my problem? It's
From the
hilarious.
top, as if nothing happened. Totally professional. We'll edit this out in post.
I'm back.
Fucking won't.
I'm okay.
Like we have a post.
I'm back in character.
I was until you fucking said that.
I'm just thinking of mailman jokes.
Right, alright. From that bit there, okay? Alright, positions, right. Shouldn't have said that. Leave it, Eris. I have travelled ahead of the incoming blackness for countless years, and now it comes here. I find it exhilarating being in a domain before the wave envelops it. It is your clan and some of the Malkavians that can hear it coming. You hear it constantly, though. You know a change is coming, whether you want to acknowledge it or not. It isn't Gehenna. It is something that will turn these bright lights and happy smiles into something else. It spread from different members of your clan in different years, and now it is here.
What else do
Apologies,
you know
guys. I'm
about
sorry.
this
I had to take a phone
darkness?
call.
It's change. Most of our kind are unwilling or unable to change, unless it is forced upon them. And all, not all, are able to adapt and survive. It will give way to a new generation, the constant cycle of our kind.
How do you know that?
I don't know the wave itself, but I've seen what it leaves in its wake, and it is here, and tonight is the beginning of the end. You may notice the changes, subtle at first, but this part of the world will soon be consumed by shadow. It is overwhelming, and it will leave this world less and less untouched.
You seem happy about it.
Happiness, sadness, irrelevant. Just exhilaration. But I felt you earned a warning, and merely wished to convey this to you in earnest, that you, this town, and everyone in it is in danger. There's no point running. This blackness surrounds you. You can't outrun it. You can't hide from it. It is here already.
We seem to be experiencing some technical difficulties.
Oh,
I
yeah,
am
because as you can,
sorry. We are definitely experiencing some technical difficulties. Shiver's internet today is not collaborating. It is hilarious because it was totally fine until we went live.
yep,
The gremlins are out in force of late.
yep, gremlins are dancing. He
Hello.
is. Welcome
Oh,
back.
that's good, isn't it? Roll conscience quick! God, I'm not hosting a fucking stream this week. Jesus. Thank you for hosting again, by the way, Noscavian.
Gotta play musical cameras that keep shifting.
I'm so sorry.
You can shift inside Zoom itself.
That's
I
exactly what
believe
I'm
you
doing.
cut off midway through the word already.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate the warning. Even though it doesn't seem like it will change much, since you said that it's not worth running away or doing anything. I mean, I can't really run away from what's in my head anyway, so you know.
Roll conscience, please. But of game, you will no longer dream.
What do you mean?
Now, you don't dream. You will not anymore have dreams. They are gone. You don't have them. I'd pay money for that in real life. Now, I will leave you to awaken from your torpor. I thank you for your gift. But just one more thing. The fugue you can hear will soon be heard by everyone. The Ravnos begins to disappear, and you waken with a startle inside of your haven. Well, Alina's haven, whom for her part has already left, leaving you a note that she has called away for a performance, but will catch up with you as soon as she can. Before you head out to meet with the others of your coterie, is there anything you would like to do?
I'm gonna write down the dream as best as I can remember.
You'll be able
into
to
the journal.
remember it almost vividly, word for word. This was unlike most dreams that you have, in that right up until the point of the Ravnos, everything is solid.
Okay, I do that, and then I'll put on some clothes that Olina probably left out for me, and head out to wherever we said that we were meeting. Are we meeting in Elysium, hopefully?
Probably.
Or no? I don't remember.
It would be a predetermined thing. It wouldn't be an issue. Be it
Okay, yeah.
Elysium or
I'll
some other
just
place.
head over.
I don't think we talked about it. I think we're all just going to assume that we'll find them, everybody else there.
Meanwhile, slightly earlier in the night, Piper, you are in a grand ballroom, a well-polished dance floor beneath your dress shoes. No longer in your usual attire, you are in a formal, expensive suit. An unseen orchestra begins to play a gentle song. Behind you, someone clears their throat. As you turn to look, you see someone you do not know, but subconsciously you recognize as the Ravnos. The man's top hat and tails would strike most as odd, but of course not you, Piper. He makes a flourishing bow before you, one arm outstretched, and extends the other as he stands back up, inviting you to dance once more.
Crooked grin as we accept that invitation once again, remembering how last time went, but why not?
I wish to extend my gratitude for a game well played to you, a victory earned by yourself, and well fought for.
In this, I have to ask, in this dream, do I have my mask?
Would you want your mask? It's entirely up to you.
I think the mask would be there, in which case the answer comes.
Of course, whether it was really me, or some poor victim of circumstances you have in torpor, that's beside the point. The game was played, and you won it. It would be most unsporting to take that out from under you, wouldn't it? If I were you, though, I would just hand me over to the prince, or whomsoever you answer to. You've already won, after all. Remember, though, the prince is a shackle around your neck. The Camarilla shackles your will, and the traditions are shackles around your limbs. You don't seem like someone that appreciates being restrained.
I think through the eye holes of the mask, there would be just enough motion in that face to suggest an eyebrow raised.
I come with a message. You, your coterie, every kindred in this domain, this country will be consumed in a darkness, and when the sun returns, it will be too late to bring any respite. I've seen it already spreading. This is the final place left. The sun kept it away, but for now the sun has set, and though it will dawn again, it won't be as strong, and may never be again.
You speak as though the darkness is a bad thing.
I never said it was good or bad. It's simply something I don't have to worry about. Either I'm in torpor and about to meet final death, and I'm a figment of your imagination, or maybe I'm just far, far away by now.
How droll.
The world is, for now. I get the feeling you're going to find an interesting space for yourself.
The mask shifts in a way to suggest a grin.
The music, it is coming to an end. You'll be leaving soon, and when you do, it is unlikely we will ever talk again.
Did he say the music was ending, or did you say the music was ending? My brain just completely fritzed on me.
He did.
Okay. I think the Piper has no more use for words at this moment. Simply shrugs and, as the dance allows, gives a little spin.
Roll your equivalent of conscience, please.
Which one is that?
It's the top one on virtues.
Okay.
You will continue to be able to dream. Thank you for the dance. It has been some time since I've been able to enjoy such a pleasure. With your focus on the Ravnos before you, you don't notice how everything around you is slowly fading away to blackness. Is there anything you'd like to say as the dark slowly encroaches on you?
No. We are perfectly at home in the dark, but I think as the music and all else fades, we reply in kind, politely, with a bow. It has been entertaining. More or less.
He gives you one final small smile, as he is enveloped, leaving you alone when your eyes flick open, and you are once more back within the safety of your own haven. And as you awaken, and before you leave to meet your coterie, is there anything you'd like to do?
I mean, wherever FX shoved the staked body of the guy, just kind of go and, like, poke his boot or whatever, and then just wander away.
Yep. Meanwhile, once more spinning Table of Horrors logo. Across the town, within the Tremere Chantry, so you know it's going to be spicy. Ambrosia awakens, and after your usual routine, after awakening, there is the sound of knocking on your door, as of someone rapping at your chamber door. When you answer it, standing there before you are the twins. They give you a polite smile as they speak in unison. Cousin, Regent Locus has made sure to make time for your meeting now. We are to escort you to his office.
So part of her morning routines or her evening routines, she always casts Wooden Doom on herself. So always. Oh,
You make
so
your way. Oh, sorry.
I'm having a private escort. I feel somewhat special now.
You are special, aren't you?
Well, of course, darling. But this just makes me feel even more special.
We're very pleased to have made you feel so special.
Lead the way.
You make your way through the chantry floor and begin to ascend the top floor to meet with Locus. As you walk, the sisters ask you, "We heard you confronted a Ravnos before the prince declared a blood hunt on Smythe. Is that what you're going
Why?
to talk to Locus about?"
News travels very fast. And what I talk to Locus about is between me and Locus.
Did you hear why Smythe was declared a target?
Yes.
What did you hear?
Again, it is between me and Locus.
Well, we heard he was using his talents to make Kine go ballistic around the town. Apparently one of the Brujar caught him doing it and went straight to the constable.
Good. He deserves death.
It seems like Smythe had a bad night and just snapped. His sire threw him straight to the prince and disowned him. Imagine
So
what
is
he's
he-
going to do to someone who joins the Sabbat.
She's just gonna smile and not say anything.
The sisters stop short of the final small landing that leads to the regent's office. They give you a wry smile, and they silently descend the stairs to their own business. Heading in?
She's going to pause and just kind of watch the retreating back with a slight glare before she turns the knob on his door. She enters. She gives him a polite nod of her head. Regent.
He stands as you enter, surrounded as usual by his personal library of tomes. He places his hands on his desk and says, "Good evening, Ambrosia. Please, take a seat. How may I help you?"
Thank you, darling. She will glide to the seat and sit. I have a report for you.
A report on what, pray tell?
We are in possession of the Ravenos that I suspect was working with Gemini.
Gemini? Interesting. We have no word on his location yet, but we have had reports of addled Kine. It seems he is making heavy use of Dominate and leaving a wake of near brain-dead Kine, though we do not know to what end. For the time being, he is Oxford's problem.
I wanted to bring the body of the Ravenos here, but my coterie, of course, does not trust the Tremere.
To be fair, in this instance, that might have been the wisest choice. I'm not sure I could trust the sisters with a powerful being here, that vulnerable.
Agreed. They are up to something. I can feel
Aren't
it.
we all?
Yes, but the feeling I get from them is stronger than what I usually get from the others.
Let's see.
I
I can
plead
assign
caution.
them to you.
Well, really,
Yes.
I might actually enjoy that. Been a while since I've had my own personal lackeys.
Then it shall be so.
Thank you, my love.
You're most welcome. Now please, this report you have.
Yes, my darling, what do you want to know?
How has it been disposed of? Is the body ash or...
No, he is staked. And right now he is in the possession of FX, and I do believe Piper. They're wanting to bring him to the prince. We met with the constable, and they tried to hand the body over to the constable, but the constable refused it.
Constable has their own agenda right now, hunting down Smythe.
What do you want me to do with Smythe if I come across him?
Diablerie has been forbidden. Ventrue
Yes.
seldom are given such things, but... it could be fun to bring him here. The sisters wouldn't dare try and touch that body.
If I am able, I will bring him here before we hand him to the prince.
Of course you're able. You're one of my most capable.
Only because you hold my heart.
I got nothing for that.
You know it's true.
Everything you do it for me.
Yes. With every breath I take.
But Kindred don't breathe.
We do blush a life we can.
And she does have that.
Very well. If you are able to bring Smythe in, it will bring glory to our house.
With your permission, I would like to instruct the sisters to be on the lookout for him, and if they are able, to bring him in before my coterie finds them.
Smart move. And also gets the sisters out of the chantry. They spend far too much time here.
You agree?
Do make
Is there any-
sure you make use of their rituals, though. They are talented.
Yes, I will find out what they have and decide what they need next. But do you have any further instructions for this Ravenos before we hand him over to the prince?
Very little interest. It offers us nothing, even if we were to diablerize it. Their powers are illusory. We prefer something real.
Very well, then I won't take any of his blood.
It would only lead to trouble. The daredevils are different.
And Gemini?
Yes.
Do we have confirmation that he is truly destroyed?
The Ravnos?
Gemini.
No confirmation. All we can do right now is hope that he stays in Oxford. Don't go there right now. It is a backwards place where Tremere are not given their due respect, and gaining permission to enter right now would be hazardous.
I will keep that in mind. And if my coterie insists on going to Oxford, I suppose I will have to come up with an excuse to stay behind.
You could tell them the truth. Go to Oxford and there's every chance they'll die.
True. I do not want to lose my coterie. I've grown fond of them.
Always handy to have spare parts, I feel.
Even Richard, even though he works so hard to annoy me.
He has a jaunty hat, though.
There are times I would like to pull that hat completely over his head.
Have you discovered what clan he is?
He is either Nosferatu or Malkavian. He has talents that could be one or the other. Though,
Well, remember,
if he is Nosferatu, he's kept his mask up. Unlike FX.
intriguing.
Very.
Remember, though, his hatred can be manipulated for your own advantage.
Yes.
If he doesn't trust you, use it.
He doesn't trust my clan. And of course, we are the root evil of everything that happens in this city, according to Richard. But he seems to trust me, which I will use to my advantage.
Good. By his insane ramblings of not trusting us, it does sound like he could be a child of the moon. We've been a strong pillar of the Camarilla since its existence.
Yes.
Is there anything else, child?
No, I don't think so.
Excellent.
Do you have anything more for me?
No. Would you like to deliver the news to the sisters, or shall I?
Oh. Go ahead and send them to me. I want to watch them. Come to me.
As you wish.
She will stand up. She will bow to her regent, and then she will leave. And she will go down and wait for the sisters.
Be an abnormally long time. Not like 10, 20 minutes, but more like 4 or 5 minutes kind of thing, when it's a 30-second trip. They've obviously been informed and not taken it so well. But they do eventually knock on your door. They don't just enter.
Enter.
They enter in, double file, and stand in front of you. Face of fire on them, but respectfully, standing silently.
She smiles sweetly to them. My favorite set of sisters. I have a job for you.
They look to each other. They look back at you.
You
Yes,
asked-
cousin.
You asked about Smythe.
Yes.
My coterie will be looking for him, but because they do not trust my clan, chances of me being able to bring him back here is very nil. So I am entrusting that job to you. You are to find Smythe before my coterie does, and bring him to the regent, staked.
This is when they begin to exchange between each other for the whole sentence, but you expect us to do field work?
Yes. You spend too much time in the chantry as it is, and the regent and I feel that field work would be good for you. It'll broaden your horizons.
But, cousin, we prefer inside.
But you would be most useful outside. And
We-
Regent and I both feel that you both are quite capable of doing this assignment, and we would not entrust it to anyone else but the two of you.
But cousin, we just want to stay in our dormitory and read rituals.
I have given you your assignment, and it will be followed to the T, or there will be no time in the library. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
We turn and look at each other straight in the eye. Yes, cousin. So unfair. And they turn and leave single file.
When they leave, she just sits back at her chair and smiles to herself, relishing in the moment before she rises, gathers her things, and heads out for the night to meet her coterie in the Elysium.
Talking of the Elysium, which for some reason I've not put on the fucking navigation. Oh, there it is. You'll be able to all head to Elysium. Probably weekend at weekend at Bernie's in it, Piper. You know, with your Ravnos friend.
High
And head
key,
inside.
like, I left that corpse in the sewers. I'm not bringing that up the ladder.
Yeah.
Not with
All
my
right,
noodle
fair
arms.
enough. But you will all notice, as you're walking through, there is sound of sirens. The kine are not out on the streets, and there is a pillar of smoke creeping towards the sky from somewhere else across the town. Elysium is also quiet. There isn't even a deputy or even a constable on duty. The barman is, though, of course, there. But for all intents and purposes, Elysium is yours.
Hey, did anyone notice that pillar of smoke? Something burning?
Nod, shrug, waves to the barman.
Yes, I did notice it, she'll say as she walks past them and goes towards the bar to get a drink and to sate her hunger.
Piper, heads or tails?
Tails.
It is. You'll be able to head towards the bar. Very smartly dressed, if old-fashioned barman is once there. You see him just cleaning out a glass. You approach and he just looks at you. It's blood, isn't it? It's what you want, right? It's blood.
Nod, over her shoulder.
At least someone gives me a straight answer around here. He just reaches under the bar, pours out a drink, puts the coaster down, and puts the glass in front of you. Well, a thank you would have been nice, but okay, next.
The Piper waves, points at self.
Like, Richard would...
It's not a hard choice. Do you want blood or do you want blood? Those are your choices. Blood or blood? It's blood, isn't it? That's what you want. That's what we all want. That's what we drink. That's all we can drink. Let's not make a fucking song and dance about it.
Richard...
There's
I
your
think
blood.
this is where the Piper points at all the different members of the coterie. Nod, holding up that number of fingers.
Yeah, Richard would soundtrack...
Around on the Piper. Sorry, Noscavian.
Yeah, Richard would soundtrack to the bar and order a drink, and he'd also ask, hey, barkeep, do you know what's going on with that whole pillar of smoke kind of thing?
I'd say there's probably a fire.
Yep.
You know what they say?
Nod,
Can't have smoke without fire. But you
Oh.
can.
Nod.
I'd rather have a pillar of smoke than a pillar of salt, but I get what you're saying.
Does this look like a stand-up routine? Do I look like the sort of person who needs amusement?
Yes, actually, you look like you need a lot of amusement.
Hesitant
Would you like a
nod.
second drink on the house?
One's fine with me, thank you, though. You're quite kind.
Okay, well, thank you for that moment of empathy. Finally, I feel I've connected with a customer that actually understood me. You could all learn from here. Oh, no one's here.
The Piper's
What's the
there.
fucking
Piper nodding
point?
along.
I mean, I was there, but okay. I'll take a B negative with nothing special in it, just the blood. Thank you.
Be negative? You want me to be negative? You think I'm not being negative? Because I could be more negative if you fucking want me to.
You know what?
you-
Oh,
We're
negative
dead,
is fine.
we got no money, we're stuck at night, and no matter what people say, this is a goddamn curse.
Would you prefer to get us O positive?
No. It's just
Is that
blood.
because-
Don't sit here and be one of those people like, oh, it's got this rich after. Fucking hell, it's blood. It tastes the same. It's freshly harvested. It gets your rocks off, and we all fucking know it. But we just
I
don't
am
talk
going
about it
to
out
turn
loud.
on-
Apparently,
I'm gonna turn on all.
Are you? Oh yeah, fine.
Oh yeah, fuck, it's Elysium. No, I'm not gonna do that. I am smarter than that. I can't do that.
Okay then.
You know, I'm not gonna do something stupid because this fucking guy has like woke up definitely on the very wrong side of the coffin or whatever.
Just quietly snake.
Wrong side of the bar.
I'll take whatever you have.
Thank you. It's blood. And he'll put the coaster
Jazz
down.
hands.
He'll actually be kind of gentle, giving you your glass.
I'll take
I'll
the
take
blood.
it and I'll just leave because I don't need that energy. I am not vibing with that energy right now. Mm-mm.
That's fair.
Yeah, Ambrosia stays because she just relishes in it. I'll take the blood. I don't care what's in it.
An excellent choice, madam. You know, he'll do this thing. He's not making a great big flourish and show of it. Just puts the coaster down, puts the glass in front of you. Enjoy. I know you will.
Yeah, of course I
And well, if you
will.
can slake 2 hunger.
Thank you, darling.
Wait, hang on. No, still dead, not moving. All these kindred coming and going. Oh, I'm going to be the sex vampire. It doesn't do anything, and neither do yours. But okay.
You just have to have the right stuff to make it work. And she's just gonna smile and walk away, leaving him with that.
You leave him, you just see he's got like 2 lollipop sticks, and he's just like,
The Piper fishes around in the pocket and offers the bartender a piece of string.
how long is it?
An arbitrary length of string.
That's my favorite length. Thank you so much.
Just hand it over. Nod seriously.
And he will actually start doing cat's cradle with it quite professionally.
The Piper was going to walk away, but actually just kind of watches. Fascinated.
Fair enough. You have Elysium nearly all to yourselves. What would you like to do?
Seems strange not seeing others here.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the same thing. Like, we're usually, like, not the only ones here, but today we're the only ones here.
Bartender, is there a reason why there is no one else in the Elysium?
I would imagine the fire and the amount of thirst. Let me start that one again. Not in Tasmanian Devil this time. I would imagine the fire and the amount of sirens out there, plus the lack of kine walking around, have kind of made people to think it's an indoors kind of night tonight.
Oh, I guess we interpreted the signs wrong.
Shrug, still fascinated by the string.
Here,
So-
read this, please. And I give them the journal where I jotted down my dream with the rough nose.
And Ambrose will take it and read it before handing it to someone else.
It didn't feel like a dream. Felt like I was actually being visited by him. Which is really odd, considering he still should be still in torpor with a stake in his heart. Right? I look at the Piper.
Wait a minute.
Nod, but also the shrug.
Do you think we're still in the dream? Maybe that's why no one's in the Elysium. We haven't woken up yet.
I don't think that's possible.
You
Does
know,
anybody of you is able to walk through other people's dreams?
I have heard that it is possible. Whether or not you can do it while staked. I mean, there are rumors that some kindred, even staked, can still perform some disciplines. Of course, not physical ones, but mental ones. If this dream is real and he visited you, it could be possible that he used a discipline to do so.
I'm not very versed in that, to be honest. It's not in my repertoire of knowledge.
I will ask my regent next time I meet with him. He may know. But for now, I think it's important that we relieve ourselves of this body.
Shrug.
And since diablerie is forbidden, pray that the prince destroys him so that he cannot inflict you any longer.
Oh, yes, of course, destruction would be ideal. How awful would it be to diabolize this kindred and then lose yourself to that kindred and be powerless as your body's taken over? That would just be awful.
That only happens sometimes. Not all the time.
But it can
Shrugs.
happen.
It can, yes. But not all the time.
Well, diablerie is forbidden anyway, so...
And I don't think I would want anything from the Ravenos anyways.
Not enough blood magic?
Too much chaos.
Piper reaches over and grabs a napkin, begins drawing up a tic-tac-toe board that is then slid to Richard.
I'll look at the tic-tac-toe board. I'll put a circle in the middle. Yeah, it's a good thing this
You
Ravenos
bastard.
It's a good thing this Ravenos doesn't have a third eye.
A third eye would not be attractive.
That went over Octavia's head, but not mine.
Ambrosia just grins and bears it when it comes to Richard.
I would just quietly playing
Well,
tic-tac-toe
should
beside.
we... Pepper, where did you... Is the body still in your haven? I'll take that as a yes. Okay. Should we go retrieve it and take it to the prince?
Bartender, is the prince in?
I believe the prince would be holding court as normal.
Yes. I think we should bring the Ravenos to court. It's been a while since I've attended court. Do any of you object?
No. Plus, I believe Richard and Piper, you have been summoned, haven't you?
Indeed.
Well,
Well,
should-
then let's go retrieve our prize and drop it at the prince's feet.
so that you can have your...
Oh no, since he wants to see Richard and Piper, I'm gonna let Piper and Richard drop him off at the prince's feet. He
Dismissive
didn't
wave.
summon us. He summoned them.
You don't want to come
yeah,
with us?
not...
Oh no, I will be there.
We'll be there. We can wait for you. I don't... If the prince wants to talk to you individually, who am I to bash the party?
Yes,
Oh,
I
that's true.
prefer
The
not
prince
to
might not like that.
upset.
Hmm.
Yes, I prefer not to upset the prince by intruding. So I think it would be best if you and Piper took the body and placed it at his feet.
Very
And
well.
me and Ambrosia will be there. Around. Close
We'll
enough.
be there for support
case.
if you need it.
Yeah. Shall we?
Yes.
You're able to pick up your body en route to the
We'll
Unicorn Theatre.
probably like borrow FX's van or something. Somebody that can drive. I can't, so.
Yeah. It's not a huge thing. That's fine. And you make your way to the Unicorn Theatre. The loose stone car park is deserted, allowing you to easily pass over the space and discreetly enter into the theatre's seating area, where you find a constable standing guard by the prince's door. She gives you a nod as you sit yourselves down, knocks on the door she was guarding, and enters after being called in, leaving you alone for a moment. Is there anything you'd like to talk about? Silence lingers in the open theatre a short while, until you hear a subtle click of a metal lock and the unmistakable creak of the wooden door to the prince's office, followed by the cold and stern "Piper!" as the constable steps through the door and holds it open, waiting for Piper to enter.
Well, of course, we stand up and answer the summons.
The large office is filled with the usual ancient and obsolete psychological paraphernalia. A chaise is placed with the prince standing in front of a leather chair to the side, wearing her own unique mix of business/outlandish suit and tights. Piper, take a seat.
Before sitting, we of course pause and bow, the epitome of politeness. But we do as instructed, sitting politely, refraining from touching all the trinkets on the shelves.
I know that's painful for you. Before we
It takes
begin,
a force of effort.
I'd like to ask you first, what do you think seems to be the problem?
There is a long pause as the piper wrestles with the previously given instructions that the prince would not appreciate the kazoo. And finally, a silent shrug is given.
Very well. I like to keep close certain members of my kindred. I have questions for you. I want you to answer them quickly, on instinct. It's very important that you do not have time to think about your answer, no matter what it is. Is that clear?
Nod, nod.
My first set of questions are one-word answers only.
Another nod.
What was your first job?
I don't know.
What is your favorite season?
I don't know.
Why did you kill him?
I don't know.
What is your favorite animal?
Rats, probably.
What word do you hate hearing?
I don't know.
What word do you have a hard time pronouncing?
Bureaucracy.
Name a four-letter word that starts with the letter B.
Bone.
I see. I see. Fascinating. Fascinating. How are you feeling right now?
Quite all right, thank you. How are you today?
Irrelevant. The next set is the last set. They are simply randomly picked questions. But do not relax. The answers are very important, so plenty of pressure. But remember,
Nod.
quick, fire, answers. Ready?
Nod.
Have you ever written a song for someone?
I don't believe so.
What story do you tell most often?
The truth.
What is your hidden talent?
Telling the truth.
Why did you kill him?
I don't know.
If you were to write a book, what would it be about?
Many things, probably.
Finish the phrase. The weight of my heart is.
Heavy.
Why did you kill him?
I don't know.
What is the punchline to your favorite joke?
What is a joke?
Whose death hit you the hardest?
I suppose it was his, whoever he was.
Why did you kill him?
I don't know.
What is humanity's worst quality? That doesn't count as an answer.
Then I suppose I have to think.
Quick, fire, answers.
Humanity.
What is humanity's best quality?
Again, I must say humanity.
Who did you kill?
I don't know.
Very good, very good. You may leave and wait for Richard outside. The prince barely gestures with one of her crossed legs towards the side door that leads out and stands, adjusting the creases from her clothes, and seems to ignore you as she stands in the exact same pose as before when you entered, waiting for you to leave.
Yeah, the piper hops up off the seat, gives another bow, and just shy of skips away.
Richard!
Richard!
Gesturing to the door as I exit for Richard to enter.
Richard would tip his fedora and then strut on in. My liege, you've called?
Take a seat. She gestures to the chaise longue next to her as she sits herself down and turns the page of her notebook over.
After his bow, he would take a seat. Oh, a chair.
Perception alertness, please, Richard. We all fall in love with you a bit more every week. I just want you to know that, Richard.
It is the truth. It is the truth.
You quickly catch sight of the name Piper and a few words. Cold, efficient, wassail, with a question mark next to it. You take place in a chaise lounge as the prince explains to you. Richard, I'm going to ask you some questions. You may take your time with them and consider your answers, but it is important that you are honest with me, okay?
Richard nods.
Before we begin, I want to ask you, what do you think seems to be the problem with Piper?
Problem with Piper? I didn't think there was a problem with Piper. He's quite a clever fellow.
Richard, I'm sitting here next to you, in a designer suit, tie-dye tights and army boots, and I think there's something wrong with Piper.
Is it the mask?
I see. Let's get started, shall we?
Richard nods.
How would you like strangers to remember you?
Not at all.
What is one missed opportunity that you wish you could have a second chance at?
I don't know.
Who is your hero?
Dick Tracy.
Why did you kill them?
Who?
Name one subject you would like to learn more about.
Humanity.
Interesting. Good. Good. Before we continue, how are you feeling right now?
I'm wondering why there's a fire and why the Elysium is empty, but otherwise I feel fine.
Are you ready to continue?
Yes.
Would you ever try stand-up comedy?
I don't know if I have the legs for it.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah.
Why did you kill them?
Who specifically? I mean, depending on who it is, I could give you a different answer. Probably.
What is the strangest thing you ever saw while walking down the street?
Oh. Some sort of chainsaw attack where people were just ripped apart and their guts thrown everywhere. That was down the alley outside of Elysium.
Why did you kill them?
Again, I've killed a handful of people. I don't know which ones you're talking about. I'm going to assume to protect the Masquerade.
Whose death hit you the hardest?
No one's.
What is your biggest flaw?
I should lift more.
Who did you murder?
A lot of kind, but is that really considered murder? You gotta protect the Masquerade.
That will do. That will do. Very good. Very good. For now, that is all I have to ask of you. My constable tells me your coterie wish to meet with me. You may call them in.
Richard would give a bow. Thank you, my liege. And then,
I'm your prince, not your liege.
yes, thank you, my prince. He would give another bow. And then he would head to the door and open it up. He would say, "Everyone, the prince is ready to see you now."
Now, did they take the body into him already?
Piper certainly didn't.
Okay, so
No, we're just
so
gonna
we-
roll over the body because I got no strength to lift this thing.
I just like the idea that there's this desiccated corpse just like this in one of these theatre seats. Great
Yeah,
big
no,
bit of wood
and, like,
sticking out of its
he's just-
chest.
No, we're just like rolling
Seen this
him
one.
over.
I
Yeah,
just
can-
rolling
literally
him
kicking
over.
the can down the road.
Can you,
Yeah.
can you guys grab Bernie for us?
Yeah.
Richard, you're actually stronger than the both of us. Could you pick him
What?
up for us,
Bro, I don't even lift.
please?
It's fine. I'm just using the momentum from the roll to just like roll it with my feet.
Richard will come,
And-
and if he's on like a cloth or wrapping, Richard will like grab the bag or the cloth and just kind of drag the body.
And with her
A
hands,
coterie made up of the Marx brothers.
yep, and with her hands folded in front of her, she will follow behind her coterie.
Yeah, the Piper's tailing behind, just completely disinterested in the body.
Richard will grumble Tremere under his breath.
Be able to enter inside, and the princess now sat behind her own desk. Richard, you asked about the fire. The church was set alight during the day. I believe it was one of the kind Smythes subverted. Though what he hoped to gain from such a thing other than final death is beyond me.
Oh yeah, I never really liked Smythe.
Indeed. What is this you have before me? Who was it?
Yes, my prince, this is the Revenants.
Yeah.
This is the Revenants that Smite had asked the coterie to pursue. We brought him over once we handled it and figured that there was a blood hunt on Smite. And we figured that Your Honor would like to perhaps take him and do with him as you please.
There's also suspicion, my prince, that he worked with Gemini.
The Sabat Tremere?
Yes, my liege.
And?
Didn't we also kill Smythe? I can't remember. No, we didn't.
No, no.
That's right.
Pandora didn't give us the ring to pass along.
She did.
I'm thinking how to phrase this. It's come to our attention that this Ravenos is connected with Gemini and the daughters of Canophany. I can never say that word, sorry guys. As to the
Yeah.
extent, I do not know.
Well. He did not present. I shall bring him
No.
final death.
He was here to cause you problems, my prince. That is why we stopped him before he could.
And it
I see.
seems like he had great deal of power. Could
Speaking of
manipulate
powers,
our minds quite effectively.
my
That's
prince,
what Ravnos do.
can a Ravenos, even though staked, still affect another one's mind?
If it is old enough, it can, yes.
even enter, say, a dream?
Potentially.
Thank you for answering my question. And she'll just
Now
kind of
perhaps
give
not.
she'll give Octavia just kind of a nonchalant side glance since they have their answer.
Now. Is this all you bring me?
Above game, just for a second.
Yes.
Who took the ring that Pandora gave us? Me?
I
Was
don't
it me or
remember
Alina? I think it
You
was
know,
either
If
me
it's
or
you or
Alina.
if it was you or Alina, you'll still have access to it either way.
Right.
Yeah, I
So
can't remember
I
which
would
one.
have gotten it because like we were the last ones talking to Pandora. So
Yeah, we
I
can
believe
report
it would be
that
one
Pandora
of
told
us.
Smythe.
No, we can't.
We can't?
Pandora gave
No.
us the ring so that we could claim that we had done it.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was the whole like premise of us meeting with her.
Instructing
so
us
that-
not to
yeah.
accept domain and instead ask
Exactly.
the prince for a boon.
Yep.
Yep. So I will approach after bowing at the prince. I will approach the desk and take the ring out of my pocket, one of my pockets, and place it on the desk. And we took care of Smythe. Unfortunately, we couldn't bring the body since he encountered final death, but we are bringing you his ring, which
She'll-
should be able to recognize.
She'll pick the ring up, 2 fingers, and just looking at it. Yes, it's certainly his, and he would not part with it if he were still unliving. This pleases me. You will be rewarded his domain.
We wanted to ask for a boon instead.
Indeed. What boon would you be asking for in his stead?
Oh, access to that museum or something like that, right? Or that painting? I can't remember.
Yeah, that's what it was.
What was the name of the? It was the hall or something. Like
Guildhall, the Guildhall Treasury.
we would like to visit the Guildhall treasure if it's possible.
When you specifically ask that, there's a flash of emotion over the prince's face. Do for me perception, empathy, please.
All of us?
Yep.
Okay. Perception.
Why is it not working? One second. Okay, it 1 second. It just pooped me out.
You did yours.
Completely.
Oh, but you did roll successfully. Octavia,
No,
Piper, and
like Forge
Ambrosia.
just got me out, like kicked me out completely.
Yeah,
Well, it's
that's
nice, isn't it?
Okay.
It's like no, you shall
Basically,
not
everyone except Richard, sadly, will see a flash of nervousness over the prince's face. She doesn't say anything at first, and instead hands an envelope straight over to Octavia. God, I hope I uploaded that in time. I did not upload that. I'll work on that. I can just send that to you. I'll work on that in the background.
Mhm.
What do you want from within the treasury?
don't remember.
It was. I know they
No,
had
we
a wound
okay.
that never
Above
heals.
game, guys. Above game because we did spend a lot of time, less time talking about it, and I feel like all of our brains went on
Above
a
table,
walk.
Pandora
and
wanted us to
fucking-
get the shards of a painting, but since this painting is
Yes.
supposed to end the world or something like that,
Yes.
we probably should not come out and say we want the painting that ends the world.
Correct. And I don't know, like, I think, like, we just wanted access to the guild hall for, I don't know, like, but what we decide
see
to
it?
say.
Curiosity's sake.
We just want to marvel at the treasures held within.
We have a great admiration for art.
Yes, we are extreme. Well, I, as an artist, I have, I place art in a high regard. It is my life after all, or unlife at this point, but it is what I am dedicated to, and I just wish to find inspiration for my magnus opus, since now I am here, back.
Who did you
Unliving.
kill?
I didn't kill anybody.
Ambrosia, who did you kill?
My link to my sire.
Interesting. Interesting. I shall grant you this boon. But only I and the constable are able to access the guild hall. I will escort you personally to the entrance. You'll be able to leave without issue. If you're able, of course. There is nothing to keep you inside when you have entered. That would be a silly feature in a security system after all. Be wary of the defenses, though. I have no direct control over them. They have been conditioned to combat those that they are not used to seeing, shall we say.
Oh, what sort of defenses?
What would be the point of telling you?
Keep it a surprise. I like the way you think, my liege. I mean, prince.
Well then. Shall we?
Richard will bow and tip his fedora and then follow.
Yes, Ambrosia also will give the respectful bow and follow behind the prince.
We. What about the others?
Unfortunately, they are not here. And we have to take advantage of the opportunity if she's given it to us now.
You're right. Well,
Still
Thank you.
exercising willpower to not poke the trinkets.
Yes, agreed.
thank you, Prince, for granting access to this most mysterious and wondrous of places. And I do a deep bow, waiting for her to escort us.
The prince stands and heads straight to the exit, descends the side stairs and stops in a car park, returns to wait for you all to catch up, and finally links her arm with Piper's and leads you towards the guild hall. Though it's only a short walk, is there anything you would like to talk about as you make your way through deserted night streets towards your destination?
Richard would compliment Ambrosia Ambrosia, that was really, really good thinking of you that we should be opportunistic. The thought had not crossed my mind. Good call.
Thank you, I think.
I am going to open the letter that I see appeared here. And read it. I'm gonna stay a little behind.
How does it make you feel, Ambrosia, when Richard says things like that about you and your clan?
Oh, with Richard, there are many feelings that come with him.
What kind of feelings? Do you want to reach out and strangle the very life out of him?
Oh no, if I strain the life out of him, which is already gone, it would not do me any good. Richard is essential to our coterie. I'll be
so you
a
see
little
him as...
annoying, but essential.
Do you see him as a companion, or more as a tool that's slightly broken but still useful?
They are all my companions. They are my coterie.
You didn't answer the question.
I see him as a companion, as I
see.
do all the others.
And what of you, Richard? Why do you feel the need to antagonize someone in your own coterie?
But, antagonize? I would never.
Yes, you would. You know full well what you're doing.
Okay,
You might lie
maybe
to
a
them,
little
but you
bit.
won't lie to me, will you?
Never, never, my liege. Prince, never my prince. Richard would quickly, bow.
This
You
letter.
dropped your little hat.
Richard would drop to a knee and pick up his hat. My apologies, my prince.
Just arm in arm with the prince, there is a spring in the Piper's step and the biggest grin on the Piper's face.
What do you hope to achieve in this treasury? You're not taking anything out, are you?
I am going to sweep in real fast with a question for a question. Yes. And
Yes.
I'm holding the letter that she gave me. What is this?
It was instructed to be given to you specifically.
Who?
That I cannot tell you.
Why?
That I cannot tell you either. Annoying, isn't it?
Have you seen what's inside?
No, it was not addressed to me. That would be inappropriate.
I put it back in and fall back again.
You arrive outside the guild hall as the... Oh, by the way, can someone with more powers just get rid of the fucking spam bot? Thank you. Sat here on fucking Twitch going, it's always... I can never see it when I want it. Now I want it. Can't find the fucking option to get rid of the spam bots.
I was fumbling my way through it yeah.
Yeah, it's... Anyway.
I feel like they move it around.
That's nice and easily accessible. You arrive outside the guild hall as the prince guides you under the ancient stone archway that connects the hall to the church. and stops at the robust, large wooden doors that lay perfectly inset against the stone walls. She reaches out with her left hand to the door and stops before opening it. Are you all ready to enter now?
Looks around at the others and shrugs.
Yes.
Full of definitive action, aren't we? An action-ready coterie on the edge.
Yes, absolutely.
Nod.
We are ready. Ambrosia, take point.
Leans over to pat Richard on the shoulder.
I'm getting
Do you
ready.
feel
my
undermined,
notebook.
Richard?
How so?
Well, you've been antagonizing poor Ambrosia here, and when you try to finally take point, the best you can hope for is a metaphorical pat on the head.
Reaches over and pats him on the head.
I don't want to take
Are
point.
you hoping that the defenses will take me out, Richard?
Nah, shucks. Okay, I'll take point.
Good call. She is not going to make this.
There is no attempt from the Piper to hide the cackling that is coming through the kazoo. This is in character. This is diegetic laughter.
Richard will proceed forward.
Are you trying to walk through a closed door?
Never, my prince. I was going to wait for you to open it.
And if it makes you feel better, Richard, I'll be right behind you.
I will tell you this one warning. Do not destroy anything. And most importantly, close the door.
Understood.
Do you understand why?
Nod.
I obey.
You know of spirits, spectres, and creatures of the night and worse that are contained in a location to stop the very gates of hell bursting forward, letting them spill out onto the streets, bringing an orgy of bloody violence?
Nod.
Well, this isn't that. Close the bloody door. It's only polite.
Nod.
She reaches out, pushes the door open, and gestures for you all to enter.
Richard will step forward.
And
I'll
as
go with
promised,
Vance and
I,
follow.
Ambrosia will step in right behind him.
Richard will just kind of look over his shoulder.
I'm tailing the group. I have my journal out.
We do turn and wave at the prince as the door shuts behind us. The Piper makes a point of that. Seeing the door shut, not of waving. That just kind of happens.
Yep. You all step inside the wide doors that shut behind you, leaving you in a cold, bare room with an unpolished wooden frame used as a desk. A smartly, if old-fashioned, dressed man sits behind the desk. As you approach, the room seems to get colder around you, though it affords you a clear view of the man that seems familiar, yet his face is unknown to you, and could have been almost anyone you meet. Good evening. Welcome to the Abingdon Treasury. Are you searching for treaties, records, or supernatural artifacts?
Ooh, supernatural artifact sounds interesting.
I just gotta ask, though we don't recognize his face, does this situation, this setup, this desk, this suit, remind us at all of the other suited man behind a desk we saw in the Memory Palace?
No.
Okay, just had to
This is extreme. Like, it's a 2x4 bit of unpolished wood for legs, and just this very rough cut bit of wood. It's like, it's a desk because it's a part of wood
though.
otherwise. But yeah,
Desk
this
man in
isn't
strange,
smart.
mysterious, supernatural place with face nonsense. Desk man in strange, mysterious, supernatural place. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, this is all very bare bones. Very, That's a desk in name. All treaties involving Abingdon and neighbouring counties are stored here. Records in every kindred that has presented to the prince at any time are stored here as well. Those that have come into contact with the town, and of course artifacts that are considered too provocative to be left in unknown hands. Your names must be recorded. Aliases are acceptable, so long as they are truly yours.
Richard would go to the sign-in book and write down Dick.
Yep. You're able to pull that off.
Damn right.
The Piper taps Richard on the shoulder, gestures at the book, gestures at Richard.
Richard hands the pen.
Shoves pen back to Richard. Points at self, points at book, points at Richard.
Yeah, Richard would point at himself and then point to Dick. In the book.
Shakes head, points to the line below that, points at self, points at book, points at Richard.
Richard would point at the line below his alias, and then point to the pen, and then point to the Piper.
Just looks at Richard, shrugs.
I don't think I can write your alias. I think you've got to write your alias.
Puppy dog eyes.
And what happens if I write someone else's name? You just want to find out.
Shakes head, eyes wide. Puppy dog eyes, hands clasped.
Oh, Ambrosia, here's the pen. If you want to write your name down in Piper too.
Turns to Ambrosia, puppy dog eyes, hands clasped.
She will take the pen and she will write the Piper exactly where Piper had shown Dick. And then she will write her name under the Pipers. And then she will turn to Piper and give them a slight curtsy.
Hand on chest, slight bow.
You're able to do that without a cock-up?
Oh, right. The name that I go by right now.
No problem. The record is satisfied. You have been granted a space for your project. You may take anything you find there for further study. It will be returned when you have exhausted of information. If you attempt to steal something that is not meant for you, there will be severe consequences. The man stands behind his drab desk and raises an arm, gesturing to the right. Where once was solid stone wall is now an archway, affording you a clear view into the large room furnished with several large chairs, podiums, tables, and more. Ambrosia, you're able to instantly recognize a space dedicated to research. Everyone going through?
Boy, she's gonna stare longingly at that section.
Oh, you can go through to that section.
Oh, she's gonna head to that section. Eyeballs on everything around her.
Richard would follow behind.
Eyeballs on deck.
No.
Piper just hands in pockets, museum mode, looking around at everything, comprehending nothing.
You step through the archway, hoping in vain the temperature may rise, but instead find yourself in the research hub. Though there are many shelves and podiums inside to hold books, there's only one book in the entire world, and it's called Windswept. Sheets of vellum and the like. The room is bereft of knowledge. though sat at one of the chairs leaning back, is Hi-Fi. As you look over the room, you'll notice an archway in the middle of each of the walls, though only darkness can be seen on the other side. Even the one you just walked through is now consumed by the impenetrable dark shroud. Hi-Fi leans forward on his chair and he says, "Friends, welcome.
Waving at
What are you doing?
Hi-Fi!
What are you all
How
doing
did
here?"
you get here?
"I'm an archivist. A very good one at that. What brings you all here?"
Curiosity.
Let's hope none of you are cats, eh?
Oh, that would not
Well.
be good. You know what they say about cats and curiosity.
I believe it ends in the death of the feline, does it not?
Shakes head.
Yeah, and I suppose you only get, what, like 9 attempts or 8, something like that?
I don't go around killing cats. That's the work of a sick mind.
Indeed.
Well, this is a... I'm going to regret saying this. This is a hub. You have already been told you bring things here for further study or notation if needed. It is also where you bring your journey. You begin your journey on the path of knowledge.
Oh, I do like a path of knowledge. What are we going to be learning about?
Well, you just walk through an archway, and you will then have to search for your objective. I won't be able to accompany you. That would change what you are looking for far, far too much. But you should all go as a group. It is a united goal, that is, that you have in mind. If you have your own agenda, you will be lost. When you have your information, you can return here. Simple. And really does make you learn what you sought.
I think hearing that, the Piper just full on drops to sit cross-legged on the ground.
So which archway should we go through? Alright. In that case, I pick that one. And Richard will proceed through an archway.
Hi-Fi, doesn't matter which archway we go through if we're all united by one objective, as you said.
She's the smart one, isn't she?
Nod, nod.
Yes.
You get it. You get it. Any archway.
I'm hoping that we are all united with the same objective then. Thank you, Hi-Fi.
You're welcome. I'll be here when you get back. If you want a hand, I'd be happy to lend a hand.
So the Piper waves at the coterie, making no effort to stand.
Do you
go.
want to
Let's...
come with us, Piper?
Shakes head.
Do you want me to wait with you?
Shrug. Sort of dismissive wave, but like not like the condescending dismissive, like the go ahead kind of dismissive.
Do you want us all to wait with you?
Shakes head.
No? Okay. Richard will sit
Waves.
down with Piper.
I don't want to be the one that mothers everybody, but we're already missing 2. we're here for something that could be somewhat dangerous. I do not feel comfortable going alone just with Ambrosia. We should all move in unison. We're here for a common goal, are we not?
I agree. We should stick together.
Tilts head to the side, grinning beneath the mask.
Sounds like a plan. Richard will stand back up and join Ambrosia and Octavia.
Thank you, Richard. And she'll look down at Piper. Piper, it would mean a lot to us if you accompanied us.
Still grinning beneath the mask, the head tilts to the side, questioningly.
If you have something to do here before we go, feel free to do it. We have access to this place. It's going to be just this time. But we could use all the help we can, Piper.
The eyes go to the ceiling for a moment in a thoughtful pause, and then once again, the Piper shakes their head.
Can Mask of 1,000 Faces replicate a mask or no? Like if it's not removed or something like that. I'm not sure. Like it's on one hand it's an illusion.
I wouldn't have thought so, because it's specifically about faces, isn't it? And a mask is what you put on top of a face, an actual different physical object, not an organic thing.
Right. But what if that's the
But I know what you're trying to do, but I don't think it would work like that.
Okay. I'm gonna have to make a note to go to a shop and buy myself a mask like Piper.
Good luck finding one.
Mug a member of the cult of Mithras. That won't end easily. That'll be fine.
Or join the cult of Mythos and get myself a mask.
Come for the mask, stay for the orgies.
Exactly. And I hear
Which
this
is what
free
they
blood.
actually fucking do. It's no good looking at me, Piper. I'm not interested. You can either go with them or not. Whether you go is up to you. Whether you not going has any effect is up to them.
Nod, nod.
Alrighty, well, I suppose we will head off into the great beyond.
Cheerful wave. Still seated.
Octavia? Ambrosia? Are we ready?
Ready.
Yes.
Richard will approach one of the archways and then he will, like, give a bow and extend his hand. Ladies first. Richard is being polite.
Always a gentleman, aren't you?
Yes, indeed.
I just walk at this point. I'm starting to be a bit. Is there a word for that?
Frustrated.
Yeah, but
Vexed, as the kids like to say. Kids from
Alright.
1800s.
She'll follow behind, you know. Oh, no, actually, she'll walk beside Octavia.
I just want to make sure you're happy leaving Piper behind.
I'm not. But I'm not gonna force anybody to follow.
Yeah, same.
Ditto. I'm going along.
Proceed through the stone archway, letting the cold darkness envelop you as you step forward, and find yourself in the grand bedroom that Octavia's sire was killed in. But in her stead is Lorvan. Chains are hooked into his body that lead up through the ceiling. His dress is exactly as he was that night. He stands in the middle of the room. It would usually be clean and tidy, but is now the scene of utter carnage. Set the name of the chronicle. What would you like to do?
Is there any music playing?
I turn
No.
at both of them and do you see what I'm seeing? Do you see?
I see, but I don't hear anything in the right key.
Am I seeing?
Are we all seeing the same thing?
Yeah.
Yes, I see it, Octavia. Is there something wrong?
It's a bloody mess.
I'm gonna go closer to Lorvan. Is he awake? Is he just chained? Like,
He's standing perfectly still. Eyes are open. He's not undead, but it's like he's frozen in time.
I'll reach out and like grab his shoulder and cough.
You're unable to move him. The chains are far too strong. The body is
Hey.
freezing cold.
I would like to use Auspex. I want to see his aura.
Go for it.
Yeah, I just have to get there. Zero. This dice spot, when it comes to that, it always gives me a 0.
I can try to take a look at his aura as well.
Yes, I'm not. For some reason, I can't see anything. Richard, would you please?
It's always good to get a second opinion.
It is a red aura, but it is dominated by a myriad of sparkles inside. It's so pretty.
Huh, strange. He,
What?
his aura looks angry, but, I don't know. I've never seen like a glittery, sparkly aura before. Maybe, maybe it's something new he's doing. I don't know.
You said it's sparkling.
Or like glitter. You know how everyone likes to put glitter in everything? A little pizzazz. Somehow he put glitter in his aura.
That normally specifies magic. Interesting.
So yeah, maybe Lorvan is now a sparkling vampire, a kindred.
How Twilight of him.
Hey man, you had 2 bonus XP until you made a fucking Twilight reference. Now you're down to 1.
Hey, you set me up for that. I just drove it home.
Can't blame him for spiking it when the setup was there.
Can, will, have taken his XP as a result.
I am still standing right in front of him, looking him in the eye, which are glazed over. It's like he's not seeing anything, right? It's like he's not seeing us, correct?
Yeah.
Well, then.
I mean, as there's never any life in a kindred's eye, but it is more like someone has
about
pressed a
yourself.
pause button.
I am an artist. I have the glitz and glimmer of art in my eyeballs. What are you talking about? Huh?
Apart from you.
Exactly.
Whenever I say something derogatory or something like that, you're always exempt.
Okay.
There's only life in my eyes when I put it there.
You're not even in this scene.
I know!
I will cup his face with my hands and call his name.
Doesn't respond.
Is there an expression on Lorvan's face?
No, nothing special. He's literally just as if someone's pressed a pause button on a DVD.
Like mid-speech, or is he just kind of thinking, man?
No. Just standing. Which, let's be honest, he is the Sombra. You know that. He is standing there, almost vulnerable, which is, not really something that a Sombra would do, would they?
Can I give him some vitae to see if it'll wake him up?
I won't stop you.
All right then. I think I know what kind of...
I will stop you though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You're not going
it's
to
just...
bond Lorvan to you, Richard.
I was just trying to help him. Maybe it'll snap him out of whatever this is.
Richard.
To then be bonded by you? No, thank you.
And there
He might have betrayed me, but there is definitely more to the story.
And he's here for a reason. I would not want to upset the prince.
He responds to Ambrosia speaking, turning to her, looking her straight in the eye and says, Master Gemini.
What about him?
You told me to wait. That Octavia discovered her sire has met final death and blamed it solely on me. You told me she set me up this whole time to take this fool so she could usurp her sire's place, take her title and fame for herself.
I knew it was the Tremere all along.
You said it would be likely that you would be tied into this as you are part of the Camarilla. You offered me escape, a chance to seek vengeance and then take over Oxford.
I made that promise.
You did, Master Gemini.
She's just gonna kind of look at the others. Give me a moment. She's going to take Richard by the arm. She'll squeeze his arm a little. Very gently, she will take Octavia's and lead them away a little bit.
I will forcefully and yank my arm out of your hands and look at you like I'm about to murder you.
See? It was the Tremere. It was Gemini.
But I'm not Gemini.
Ambrosia, I know that this is not your fault.
Maybe...
But it seems like it's all of your sire's fault. Everything that has come upon me and the people I have ever cared is about your sire.
think
I am aware of Gemini's crimes, and his list becomes longer and longer. And the only thing that I can do is offer you a life boon. To prove to you that I do not have anything to do with my sire or his crimes. Are you willing to accept the boon?
I accept.
And please know that you are essential to me. You are my companion. You are my coterie. And I would do nothing to harm you or to harm the relationship I have with any of you. Gemini has been destroyed. He has met final death. You have your justice. But I needed to make sure you understood that I am not part of his agenda. As for this one who thinks I am Gemini, I am not sure what to do with him. I would like to consult with you both to figure out what to do and what
yes.
information you want out of him.
Speaking of relationships, it's just a hunch, but maybe your blood relation to Gemini is what's confusing this blood sorcery and making Lorvan confuse you with Gemini.
It
Perhaps
could be something related to your lineage and your.
that would be the only thing, because I do not possess any of Gemini's blood within me. It is not like hereditary,
I
like
meant
human.
kindred bloodline, as in you are Gemini's child, Gemini is your sire.
Perhaps. Octavia, what do you want from him? Ask me, and I will get it from him for you.
I want him to not be under somebody else's control. I want him to go back to the person he was.
That would take me getting my regent involved. If Gemini has cast anything upon him, I am not able to break that. It would take somebody of higher status within my clan to do so.
Perhaps, and this is just a thought, maybe we can ask Lorvan if he knows what the plan is, or to have Gemini quiz him on the plan. That way we can learn the plan, and if we know Gemini's plan, maybe we can undo it.
She'll turn to him. Recite to me the plan that I presented you.
You told me we'd remain in the shadows, that you will feign being in the Sabbat, feeding them information about the Camarilla, and still remain in the tower, but use their resources to find out about the abomination. To release it, let it run chaos through Oxford, leaving a power vacuum for us to take Praxis.
Ask him about the abomination.
Tell me about this abomination.
It is an abomination. It is lost. You intend to find it.
Do we know what the abomination is? What it comprises of?
Lupine and kindred.
Really? Gemini. You are a devil. Gemini wanted control of Oxford.
You did.
You mean a kindred and lupine hybrid?
It's not. It's rare. Normally, when a lupine is sired, they can't handle the process and it kills them. But there have been rumors of such surviving. But anything of that caliber has always been destroyed. Sorry about the background. My son just came in.
I can't even imagine how terrifying it would be to have a creature, an abomination, who's simultaneously succumbing to the beast in frenzy and Watchtrack, and having a primal werewolf rage. Yikes.
He would be practically unstoppable. How was I planning on stopping the abomination once it's done what I wanted it to do?
It would be released in Oxford, run rampage, but eventually it would either burn itself out or be brought down by the kindred that remain in the city. That leaves a vacuum. We fill that vacuum.
Did I receive orders to do this from anyone else?
Not as far as I'm aware. This was your idea on the night it all happened.
Did I want to destroy Octavia's sire?
I do not know. You told me Octavia wished to destroy her sire. But we would be scapegoats for that murder.
Did I tell you why she wanted her sire dead?
Her title. To usurp her position.
What was my relationship with Octavia's sire?
You told me she was weak. Something afflicted her.
Did she ask me to care and watch out for Octavia?
You promised me vengeance on Octavia for her betrayal.
She's going to turn around and look at Octavia. Are you sure that you want him released? It seems that he wants revenge upon you.
For something that Gemini implanted in his brain.
I can ask my regent to dig, if you like, to find out what is real and what was planted.
Richard is going to look around and see if there's anything either on or around Laura Van or just in this room that might look like it has some clues.
I'll let you do perception alertness or perception investigation because you said the word clues.
And we haven't asked the real question here. Why is Lorben in this place? Who took him here? And
Why are you here, and who brought you here?
I'm not here. Not really.
Explain yourself.
This is an illusion. An allegory.
Where you know?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't answer you anyway. Sorry.
Where are you now?
I'm here, standing in front of you. Richard, you're just going to look around and you're just going to go, there's a lot of shit here, isn't there?
404 error, Lorvan not found.
In fact, you know what, Richard? Because that's a lot of fucking fails on there. We're going to do something new. You're going to be looking around this room, and it's trashed. You know, you're not. You've got Octavia here with you. She's been saying all night that she is an artist. Her music is her art. Well, investigations are your art. You're an artist of investigation, but where are you going to start with this? How are you supposed to start with this? And you've got these two questioning this fucking literal plank that's attached to the ceiling by God knows what, asking him these questions about where are you now? Who cares? You need clues. The beast inside of you is screaming at you. You can no longer use teamwork and perform any action that avoids establishing dominance or challenging authority at a 2 dice penalty to your pools. This compulsion will end when you have won and gloated over it as you are suffering from the dominance compulsion, Daddy.
Yeah, I'm an artist and investigation is my art, so I need to create some clues. Can I find clues with performance and something to fabricate a clue? Since I'm an artist, I need to create a clue. You know, like
Richard out here. Was I who set the
That's
house ablaze?
absolutely fucking terrible way to try and justify performance. So I'm going to let you roll perception and alertness again.
well, my thought process is like when a police officer pulls you over and he's looking for something, he can't find it, so he plants it there to find a clue. That was my idea.
Perception and alertness, please.
I mean, that's a better roll for me anyway, so I'll take it.
Amongst the debris is a very fine, solid silver picture frame. A metal inlet tag reads, "The Wounded Figure."
Ah, I found a clue. I'm gonna take the picture frame. I'm not gonna show anyone. I'm just gonna look at it.
As soon as you say you found a clue and you pick up this silver frame, 2 of the chains disappear out of existence. As you look at Lorvan, he looks with a quizzical look at the picture frame and says he has an idea, turns and leaves.
What did you find?
Nothing. A clue.
Manipulation, subterfuge.
I mean, we saw it. We saw you picking something up. It made the chains disappear.
I'm just picturing just the really quickly nothing picture frame like blatantly behind his back.
Yeah, if he gets away with this, which he's not gonna.
Dang it.
Richard, I just want to see it. You can keep it if you want.
Yeah.
It is all yours.
I'd pay money for Fenice to say that to me.
Well,
Would you just... You don't even need to give it to me. You can just turn it around.
I'll hold it up. See? It's a clue. It's silver. It's a silver clue. Oh, okay.
And does it still say the wounded whatever thing?
Yeah. The Wounded
Isn't
Figure.
that the painting? Isn't that the name
It's
of
the
the
picture.
fucking painting?
That is the name of the painting.
The picture frame like this.
Isn't that the name of the painting?
Bastard, have your fucking XP back.
Oh yeah, the wounded knife or something like that. The wounded finger. Yeah. It's the picture frame of the wounded finger. Finger.
You did find a clue. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging my clue finding expertise. You see,
That is... Richard, that is why we're here. You found something. That
Yes.
is great.
one artist to another artist. I appreciate your recognition.
I just nod because I really don't know what kind of artist you are, but I just learned that with you, you just nod and say yes and just move on. So yeah, that's great. I'm glad that we found a common ground. Artist to artist. Mhm. I look at Ambrosia a bit confused, and I look at where Lorven went, because before he left, he said, "I have an idea." Is that what he said? Would you guys mind following? Since the first clue is here and we might gather more information on our general problem. Would that be okay? I'm gonna go and follow Lorven wherever he went.
Yeah, Richard will follow too.
You step through the doorway and find yourselves back inside of the hub. Hi-Fi is sat with Piper. He stands as you return. Did you find anything of interest?
A lot more than I thought we would.
I might
This
be able to
place
help
is-
you with any theories you have. What you saw and experienced is not to be taken in a literal sense. It is a metaphor to assist you on your way. Also, it seems you're not the only singer in your group. Piper gives a very rousing row, row, row your boat.
Nod, nod, nod.
Hmm. Um, we saw somebody in there who was an illusion that was chained to something. Once picked up, the chains disappeared. The person disappeared. And once we followed, we got here.
Chains. Probably some sort of iron cast binding. A representation. What else did you see? Sorry?
We found something. Well, Richard did. And once he found it, the chains disappeared and the figure could move again. Once before, they were almost frozen in time.
Perhaps this person had given up. Did you get it? Fuck yeah. Have an XP point for that.
Thank you. That was like a ninja move. I fucking like got it perfectly. Anyway.
Tell me, what did you find, Dick?
Well, I found a picture. It was silver, a picture frame.
It was a picture frame.
Yeah, I found a picture frame. It was silver and it was engraved, the wounded finger or something like that.
And this is what caused your bound person to move?
I think it was more like a constructed memory or something like that. Yeah, maybe they're like memory chains being unbounded so that the mind can be washed away, like brainwashing, sort of.
Perhaps. Or perhaps inspiration.
Oh yeah, they were the chains of inspiration. When I found the silver frame, Lorvan got the inspiration needed to have an epiphany.
You know, that one isn't bad either if you give him a little push, Piper.
Nod, nod, nod.
Don't take that tone with me.
Shrug.
I was thinking, or perhaps trying to connect the threads. I wonder if the picture frame is possibly no. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I am overwhelmed by
Perhaps your line of
lot of
thought is that the frame is a metaphor for someone being framed.
That's clever.
It was the moment Richard found something that liberated the image that was there in that room of that person. So I'm thinking, what if the two are connected to each other in some sort of way?
Oh.
And what if...
Yes, you're absolutely right.
They are literally linked like a chain to each other.
The moment I found that picture frame and it was revealed that the Tremere Gemini framed Lorvan. Those chains broke and Lorvan was free to, because we discovered he was framed by the Tremere. It's the Tremere conspiracy plot.
Perhaps. Perhaps. Perhaps, though, the inspiration, when he saw a frame, was that he saw a light at the end of his tunnel. He saw a way for his binds to be broken by framing someone else.
Maybe. But how does that...
What say you, Piper? Do you have any thoughts on this metaphor? Please, share. That's an extremely unique and intelligent take. Interesting. Ambrosia, what do you make of it?
Or we cannot hear you. Your voice is trapped inside of another dimension or something.
Destiny, you want to-
Me or
can you hear me now?
Ambrosia?
There we
Okay.
go.
Thank God.
There we go.
Somehow my mute button got pushed on my microphone. I'm not sure what to make of it. I'm actually kind of confused by all of this. I don't know what is truth and what is false.
Well, truth is very subjective, really, isn't it?
Nod.
There's the truth from one person's perspective, truth from another person's perspective, and then the actual facts of something that neither person will ever fully report.
Nod.
That is why you come to places like this and experience things that are blocks, something that makes you learn and realize. For if you were just handed plain information that said this, this, and this, you wouldn't believe it, nor should you. But if you experience things, if you see things from other people's perspectives, then you can learn portents of truth that you wouldn't otherwise have missed out on. Do you step through another archway?
Yeah. I don't know if anybody's going to follow, but yeah, she will.
I will. We're not done here, and it feels like we are, instead
Yeah,
of
'cause
gathering in like answers, we're
there's more
piling up more
questions.
questions.
Mm-hmm. And that's exactly how Ambrosia feels right now. She has no answers to her questions, only more questions.
But
Piper waves
questions are
as you turn
great.
towards another arch.
Questions are wonderful. Questions are the navigational blocks on your ways to answers. You can't get an answer if you don't have a question. That would be stupid.
The Piper shrugs at that one.
But about
You think you can
like,
get an
but
answer to a question you don't have?
Nod.
Well, what's your answer to everything? That's your answer to everything.
Mm-hmm.
All going through the archway? Possibly not Piper?
Yeah, the Piper's not going, but we'll wave and give an encouraging little golf clap.
I'm going.
I will go.
You step under the archway, the cold bite never ceasing for a moment, walking into a small, confined space surrounded by cold, uncut stone. Amongst the alembics, tables, and empty broken wooden shelving units is an open standing casket with a large spike protruding from the interior. Before you can move further, the shadows coalesce, dancing together, spinning around the room and turning into a singular mass. The sounds of chains rattling against the ground becomes louder. The mass of darkness and chains twists around the sarcophagus as a piercing loud scream overwhelms you all, when suddenly the sarcophagus slams shut. The dark mass dissipates, leaving only broken chains upon the floor. What would you like to do?
What the hell?
More chains.
What is in the sarcophagus? Do we
Would you
see
like to
anything?
open
Is
it?
it closed?
The sarcophagus has been closed.
Are
And
you
you said that
asking
there's
us?
like a dark mass?
Mm-hmm.
Richard would spontaneously say, "Don't open it."
You don't want to see if there's a clue in it?
He would have a terrified expression on his face and shake his head.
What frightens you about this, Richard?
All he will say is, "Do not open it."
Can you tell us why? I mean, I don't feel inclined to open that even because there's that right there, which is not, it does not feel like something that is friendly. And I indicate the black mass that is like just gathering itself there. Like, I'm like, that is not normal. I don't like whatever that is. It's not giving me good energies right now.
Do not open the Ankaran sarcophagus.
Just so you know, that doesn't happen for a few years after this.
Good to know.
I don't like this room. Should we just head out? I don't think there's anything that we're looking at. Can I look at the walls?
Perception and alertness, please.
Is there something, perhaps a piece of thing that we're actually looking for on the walls?
Let's find out.
Perception and alertness?
Yes, please. You look around this room, finding hidden away underneath a table is an immaculate silver frame. Not empty, but filled with the reflections of shadow. Where you would expect the name tag to be is now blank.
Oh my god, it didn't come out. Anyway. Richard. Come over here, please.
Richard will approach.
Can I see your frame?
This one?
Yeah, it looks like that one. I don't know. I found this one. Maybe if we combine them,
Richard will
like
try
a
to-
puzzle piece.
Yeah, Richard will help Octavia try to combine the flames.
You say the magic word, Shazam! No. Really? No one's going to get a Shazam reference. Okay.
I get the shit.
The-
Ritual
you're not
circle
able to
fusion dance.
put them. You're not able to put them together, but they are the exact same size, dimension. It's almost as if they are the same exact frame, except one
Right,
has a name
and
tag and
like
one does not.
exactly, and one has like some shadowy stuff in it, and the other one doesn't have anything. It's just a picture frame, right?
Correct.
We have been told by whom sent us here that also Richard, possibly like maybe, lo-fi is great, and I think they are fantastic, but they still work here for the prince. So perhaps like if we're doing some under under wraps secret mission, perhaps leaving out names would be preferential in this time. hmm like perhaps just not saying any names would be better at the moment, you know. But we have been told by Pandora that the picture, the painting that she's after is in pieces and has been hidden in here. Perhaps these are pieces of it?
We have to piece it together, of course.
Right.
Ambrosia, do your aura reading for me, please. Oh, wonderful. I wanted to double check before I just say that. Yes. You will see that the sarcophagus has a pale orange aura to it. And sparkly. And you know what? With 3 successes, I think it's going to be fair as well. That Richard also sees this pale orange, slightly sparkly aura around the sarcophagus.
Is there any aura on the frames that we have picked up? Not that I would see it. I don't even know what the fuck they're fucking tripping on, so it doesn't really matter, but I'm just asking. Because nobody's asking, so. Since they have it activated.
Oh, go on. There would be a pale yellow aura on it.
Okay. But I suppose if we need to open it up, I'll look.
I mean,
Strength.
we really don't need to. We found the piece.
Well, tell you what. Do instead perception and awareness, please. First.
There's
Richard.
there's fear coming from the sarcophagus. But when I look at the picture frames, I get a sense of idealistic. It has an idealistic aura.
God damn, Dick. Close inspection of the
Holy
sarcophagus
shit.
will reveal
Okay.
vitae is being fed into a large vessel that collects it. You can clearly see emblazoned upon the coffin's chest is the symbol of Clan Tremere.
It's the Tremere. Look at this. he will point out the clan Tremere symbol. What have I been telling you all this entire time? It's all connected to the Tremere. Richard is
Would you like to open the sarcophagus?
Yes. He's going to uncover the Tremere plot.
Yeah, she wants to. She wants to open that. She wants to see who's in there.
Oh, well, Pambosia
Both of you, strength roll, please.
I step back. And I step back as far away as from the fucking, like, ghostly whatever bullshit is, like, being created in the shadows and nobody fucking is paying attention to that shit.
2 successes.
Apart from Richard.
Was it strength or was it strength plus strength?
Strength.
Okay, yeah. Nope. Botch.
Alright, here's what we're going to do. First of all, you are able to open the sarcophagus. As you do so, a human head drops out, rolls onto the floor, and finally settles at Richard's feet. Richard looks at this strange face that is split down the middle. On the left side is an immaculate, almost beautiful face, a closed but warm, serene smile upon it. The right side, however, is corrupted, scarred, with burned tissue. A lipless mouth curled back in a rictus grin exposes 2 sharp but damaged, elongated fangs. And as you look down upon this thing, the beast inside of you takes over and compels you to run. You must leave this place, and you will go back to the hub, where it is at least safe for now.
Okay.
You do not recognize the face, by the way, any of you. It is a generically gorgeous face.
I'm gonna look in the sarcophagus to see if the body of this head is still inside.
It is not.
I don't understand any of this.
I don't know. I don't. What? Did I see the face? Excuse me.
You could see the face, Rick.
Huh?
You can see the face, Rick. Rick Sanchez.
That's crazy. Okay. I see it. Is it still there?
Clip that for
Disappeared?
me, Pixie. Please.
Is it
the
still
face.
there, or did it?
Yeah. The head is still there.
disappear?
It's still there.
Do you know who this is?
No, I've never seen her. But why? How? There's being blood? And I have no idea what is going on here.
I'm as confused as
how
you
can-
are,
how
and
can-
Richard
how-
just bolted out.
How can they feed blood when there's no body to receive it? If you
What
decapitate
if they were
it-
just feeding the head?
But how?
I don't know.
It
Like,
can't
is
serve.
any of this real? Like, I'm pocketing the frame, by the way, the other frame. I'm pocketing it for the moment.
This is
Just
a
bring it
huge
around.
fucking frame, by the way. I just want you to know. So when you say you're pocketing it,
I'm
I am literally
pocketing
picking
it
like
on my back.
RPG adventure games where you're like this, or
Yes,
Doom, where it's
I'm
like,
putting
where
it
the
in my
hell do
pocket,
you store
pussy,
those guns?
Of magic.
Put it
okay?
in her.
Yeah.
That's
Put it in
where
her
it
bag
is.
of holding.
Yeah,
Her bag of holding.
exactly.
Prison satchel of holding. Got it.
Yep.
Nature's pocket.
I'm gonna pick up the head and stick it back in the sarcophagus.
Yeah.
I want to look inside the sarcophagus a little bit more to see if there's anything else in there that might explain something to her.
Ambrosia,
Nothing else in there.
could you, like, perhaps with your special, like, vision, like, look at that thing over there? And I'm like, is nobody freaked out about that? Is it just me? Maybe it's because, like, during the Victorian era, seances and all that shit was hot everywhere, even in, our circles. And I've seen some stuff in private parties, rates getting stuck and going on a rampage. I just don't. I don't like that. That is not my field of interest. But it's here. Clearly.
I'll roll again. And I'm going to
What are
spend
you
another
rolling on?
willpower.
Just so I know.
She wants me to use aura perception.
Isn't it
On the head?
for the whole seat? Or no? Is it individual?
It's really up. They never really specify, so I've always just left it up to the DM. Some say it's up until you take it down. Others say, it's just for the moment. So it really depends on Shiv.
I'd roll in this instance.
Four successes.
This is on the head, right? I just want to make sure.
I think,
Lovely.
that's what you wanted, right?
Sure. We can do the head.
Well, it's wherever Octavia pointed her to.
Who's doing the what head?
Nobody's giving anybody head.
Oh, well, in that case, the decapitated head
But
has
I can give you this head that is in the sarcophagus if you want, if you're really wanting a head.
It has a orange, silver, with glitter, pale aura.
Silver. I'll find silver on the list.
Sad.
Okay. There's fear and sadness emanating from this head. And there's definitely magic. There'd have to be in order for this head to take any kind of blood. But that still doesn't... I don't know if this is Gemini's doing as well, or... It just seems like everything that we've run past is connected to you and my sire.
I don't know. I don't know what to think of anymore.
I can't make heads or tails of any of this.
Well, we should probably go back, or at least try to see where Richard went. Since
Speaking
he
of
left.
Richard, twisting tail. Oh fuck! I can't remember the name of my own fucking channel.
Twisting tail is insane.
Heads or tails on Table of Horrors.
Spinning Table of Horrors logo. Richard comes careening out of the archway, a look of pure fear upon his face, until he stands in the middle of the hub.
Ambrosia, open the sarcophagus. I said, do not open the sarcophagus. And she did. Richard's shaking.
Head tilted to the side. waiting.
So, how's things over here?
Gestures to the tic-tac-toe board drawn on a wrinkled up napkin taken from the Elysium.
Richard will put an X in the middle.
And at that juncture, Ambrosia and Octavia, you'll be able to step back through, if you so wish.
Real quick shift question. The head. Do they have one eye?
No.
Oh, no. Okay. I was thinking it was Masquerade. Never mind. Continue.
Open the sarcophagus and you just hear, dit, dit, dit.
Well, as the coterie reappears, the Piper waves.
Richard, are you all right? You ran and left us.
Oh, did you guys come
We are
back?
back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You opened the sarcophagus.
Yes, I did.
I said do not open the sarcophagus.
It was imperative that I did. Because even though I don't understand it, a clue is a clue.
What if you got us all killed?
Every time you start that, I always think you're going to do the Imperial March from Star Wars. Also, you got a pop culture reference day!
I know a thing or two, but no more than that.
Have a fucking XP for pop culture reference.
Hey!
Well then. I will let you digest this information for about a week. Does that sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully. Our luck lately has not been great for people getting ill or sudden things that pop up and it's like, oh shit. So we'll see. But hopefully next week.
Gremlins permitting.
Exactly. This week we will go in order, starting with someone who was recently quoted as saying when their time comes, they want to go peacefully, gracefully, with dignity and quiet into the night, like their uncle. Not screaming and clawing for last bit of life like their passengers. Piper, who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
A very accurate description of what people do when I'm behind the wheel. Hi, I'm Daybreakathon, author, artist, general disaster. I did the character art for the Piper. And you can come find me to do art for you if you commission any things. I have also written 2 fantasy novels, Wordbreaker and Windswept, and both are available for sale if you like that kind of thing. The 3rd one is on the way. Working on getting that into a state where I'm ready for people to read it. Aside from that, you can find me streaming over on my own channel, Daybreakathon, where I play whatever I want, whenever I can. Lately, I have been tormenting my dear friend Softonomicon by being rather kleptomanic and monster hunter. I cannot help who I am as a person. My dog says hi.
Ambrosia, who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
I am known as the Gothic Ferret on all social medias. I play here on Thursday nights, obviously, with this wonderful group. I also play over on Lost Tribes Gaming in several of their games. And I have my own YouTube channel where I play video games. Right now I'm doing Fallout and Fallout 4 and oh my god, my mind just went blank. Anyways, another Bethesda game, and Skyrim. Thank you, Skyrim. I'm playing Skyrim. My Skyrim games are live on Sunday at 5:30 Pacific time, and I'm here.
Richard, who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
I am Noskavian. I play on Table of Horrors. Mondays is Shadowrun. Thursdays is Vampire the Masquerade. I have friends who write books, such as our very own Dave Wakeathon, who has written Ward Breaker and Windswept. Check them out. And also, I have a friend who wrote Obelisk, The Long Dream. Check him out.
Octavia, who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
Oh, I am Venetia Starlight here on Twitch and kind of everywhere else. I am at. Right now, I don't do much here on this platform. Life has been an absolute Hurricane 5 lately, especially on my mental health. So, taking time to heal and process some stuff before I return. But I will. Fucking mark my fucking works, I will. Okay. But otherwise, so if you want to give me a follow and wait for the return of the chaos, I would appreciate it. Otherwise, you'll find me here, playing with these beautiful beings over here. And yeah, for now in the foreseeable future, because Shiver is not getting rid of me anytime soon, so I will be returning for the next few projects he has. Otherwise, thank you for coming, and that's all for me. Thank you.
Check out the links down below in the side for links to YouTube, our Discord, audio-only versions, everything. Hopefully we'll be back next week. If not, you've always got Shadowrun on Mondays. We will go a raiding on Ravnos Archon, who is playing 7th Sea Dead Men Tell No Tales. But of course, legally, morally, objectively, we can't go until Ferret says I've already called Ferret saying the line. You were muted. I'll take a line. If you're given a line, don't be muted. We out? Are we out now? Are we out now? Escape.